Hey guys, welcome back again to yet another episode of Yes Academy Podcast. And fortunate with me today, Mr. Phang.
Hi.
And our Darren Lee,
Hello.
seasoned trainer. So we're going to talk about perseverance again today, right? So
Resilience.
Resilience,
Yes. We are going to talk about resilience. Because in the previous episode, very interesting discussion that we had with Darren, and a few points that I've got is that we have discussed the meaning of being resilient. And not only that, Darren has shared with us some pointers in how those who have been in business for less than 2 years to be able to overcome and be more resilient and overcome their challenges. Because we know that those who are in business, and if they don't go beyond 2 years, they will drop out.
Yeah,
we have given some pointers there. But today, we also want to discuss about those who have been in business for quite a number of years and how we can actually help them to continue to build resilience, because I'm sure they are also faced with challenges. And that is why we are going to tap into Darren's experience. So Darren, please help our audience who have been in the business for quite some time. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So a good question, Mr. Phang, right? So I think in earlier episode from Mr. Phang experience, from your experience, we do know that in the business, right, it's not bed of roses, right? So when people are in the business, in the industry for long term, right? So that is a situation when they expand the business, they go even further, they go even stronger, and some business basically they do not persevere, and basically they either redirect to other industry, or they basically do not continue the business, right? So when it comes into resilience, right, in the business, right, either they continue the business or they decided to put a stop and do other things. Based on my experience, it still come back into one thing, right, which is the big why, right? The big why. When they start a business, what is the why they start a business? What's the purpose they start a business? Okay, that's one thing. Right. So if let's say when a person across many years in a business, and when they found out that the business do not achieve their why, or do not align with their why, do not align with their purpose, then apparently they will decide to put a stop, because it is a bit of contradict. It's a fighting, right? I mean, it's a fighting in terms of their internal, they're internally fighting their beliefs, right? Now, if let's say the business align with their why, align with their purpose, then no matter what happened, they will stick with the business, right?
Yes.
So of course, I have one story I want to share, which is I know one of the lawyer, right? So this lawyer mentioned to me this very interesting thing, right? So he told me, Darren, right, my goal is that I want to stop working at the age of 40, and I want to play golf every day. Right, that's beautiful, right? I mean, I also wish I have that, right? Okay, so apparently he achieved it, right? So at the age of 40, he really achieved it. He stopped his he not stopped his business. Business is running, right? So he hired a group of lawyers, right? He got people manage his business, and he do play golf every day, right? But after 6 months, right, he go back to the court, right? He go back to the firm. He go to the court. So when I met him, I asked him, what happened, right? I thought you want to play golf every day, right? And you achieve it, right? So what makes you after 6 months, you still come back and, you still go back to the court, right? You still go back to your firm. So he told me this thing. He said, Darren, for the first few months, I enjoy the lifestyle. Every day wake up, have my breakfast, go to the golf. And go to the go to the club and play golf. But he said, but after few months of playing golf, he missed one thing. Okay? He missed the feeling of being challenged the court, right? So he missed the feeling of go and fight for the client, right? So Because of that, he decided, okay, he want to go to the court again, and he want to basically go the field of thrill, right? Okay, fighting for the client, challenge the lawyer, get the case, that is what he want, right? So apparently, is this because of resilience? Is it because of his business not doing well? No, right? Is this because of he redirected his business to other industry? No, right? It still go back to his life purpose, right? His why. So when I asked him why, he said first he want the thrill of going to the court, okay? Want to feel he want to feel the adrenaline rush when he fight with the client, and second he want to help the client, right? So that is his why. So I believe for Leo, right? You are in the industry you're in a business for
More than 10 years.
more than 10 years,
Yeah.
right? So and your instead of stopping, I believe you grow your business, internationally. So Leo, what makes you keep going instead of plateauing? You expand your business even further.
And this is what we are going to cover. We are going to listen to Leo's story after this break. Leo, I believe he has a very interesting story to share with all of us here. So we'll go for a short break, and then when we come back from break, Leo is going to share with us his international experience. Be right back.
Hey guys, welcome back to Yes Academy podcast, and we were at this Mr. Darren's story.
Yes, Darren's story. And we have promised that after the break, it will be your story. Yes, please share your story about how you overcome challenges and build your resilience.
Okay, so we promised this is going to be an honest session, right?
Oh, yeah. We need to be honest so that our audience will be able to relate better with us, right?
I'll say that why I even got into the business is actually because I refuse to settle for less, or in a more Malaysian slang, we call it kiasu, scared of losing. So when I come across the industry of direct selling, because I saw someone who is driving a Ferrari, he was a burger flipper, burger store owner, or a lorry driver. So both of them are actually driving Ferrari, and I was like thinking, if these two persons, okay, not to say I look down on them, can actually drive Ferrari, why not me? So over the years, it's also the same, because I've seen people who do not have genuine intention, who is not as hardworking as I am, and who really don't care about the people, and really seems to be trying the business. So it gives me a lot of purpose, not to say to win them, but actually to set up a platform that actually benefits the people. Because when you're doing for yourself, once you have reached certain financial freedoms, financial state, so anything extra is just extra, Like for example, how you don't need many houses, you don't need many cars. Once you have your house, your car, everything is paid off, settled, without any debts, right? So that's where the purpose comes in. So that's where it guides you to be the right person. So for me, it's basically, I believe in the industry, there are many bad apples, very bad names for the direct selling industry in particular, because a lot of people, especially in Malaysia, is actually the home for, no, I would say the birthplace for many direct selling companies. Every day there'll be new companies with new products coming in. But are they really legit? Is their product legit? Do they even have license? Are they here for the long term, or they just want to enrich their owners? So all this gives me many purpose to persevere, to make sure that we set the industry right. Because I believe that for the next 10, 20, 30 years, as the population growth is coming to a maturity, people want quality stuff only. The only quality company will stay. And not only that, I would say that the second biggest motivation I have as a business owner will be to actually help improve our job markets in Malaysia. I would say that
You mean the purpose to help Malaysia to have a better employment rate?
Yes, 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 yes. And generally speaking, I would say that the opportunities for SMEs in Malaysia is very, very slim. There are not many good industries that are along. And I believe that direct selling, no, more specifically, health supplement is here to stay for the next hundreds, thousands of years, no matter how, because people want to keep themselves healthy. So as long as humans still needs to eat and still take food, they need health supplement. So I believe that we can create a company that is living, create a company that has a good culture, that has no politics, create a company that when people join my company as a part of a company, they feel safe. It's a safe space, because at the end of the day, what we cannot run away from life is the 8 hours at work. But can it be a pleasant one? Can it be a rewarding one even? So this also gives me a lot of motivation, because I want to see how far I can bring this, let's say this is a ship, and how far we can bring this ship sail to. And the third thing I would say is that being a global traveler for more than 40 countries over the past 10 years, I would say that one thing I can see, the hope is to see Africa grow as well, because the economic situation in Africa is so dire. And imagine that we can create a business that can actually help creating jobs there. Because I think Asia is one of the few places where it's safe. Nobody actually dies of hunger. If you die of hunger, most likely not the government's fault. Most likely it's because I'm excluding those war countries, right? Like Malaysia, it's impossible for you to be hungry because the government has all the policies there to make sure that everyone is fed. Yeah. So can we do the same for Africa? Because when you visit there, you can see that things are so sad. They don't even have stable electricity and water. What we take for granted here is what they lack there. So, and you have to even live in war and all these things. So these are the things that really gives me purpose. And I was like, no, let us do something for them. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit big, but that's the truth, the truest thing about
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, the points that I've got from you is that refuse to settle for less.
Yes.
And continue to help others.
Yes.
Because I believe that at the end of the day, when you help others, others will help you also.
Yes.
Right? So wonderful discussion, right? Wonderful discussion. And we will be going for a short break. And after we come back from break, let's talk about how can we help people who basically they lost passion in the business that they're doing. Although they can be, they really they are helping others, but it seems like they don't feel like they are in the business any longer. So we are going to talk about that when we come back in a short while. Be right back.
Hey guys, welcome back again. And we're talking about my story, right? So too much. Back to here.
Yeah, we're talking about your story. That was a very interesting story. It's both your stories, Darren, and also Leo, your story is very interesting. Just now we discussed about how we can help those who have been in business for quite some time, and how do they build the resilience after they have been in the business for so many years. Now, I also understand there are people who have been in the business for quite a number of years, but they lost passion. Right? They no longer feel they belong in that business. So, why do you think that will happen, Darren? For you, why do you think that happens, and how they can actually rebuild their passion?
Oh, that is very interesting question, Phang. So, now based on my experience, right? Okay, what happened is that when the business do not align with their life purpose, right? Do not align with their big why. So that is where they will start to lose a passion, right? Because again, ultimately, this may sound very fluffy, right? Okay. However, if we look at ourselves, right? For me, example, right? So if let's say now, when I ask back this question to myself, right? So, what is the reason I'm still in the industry, right? In the training, why I'm still doing the coaching? Actually, you ask me, doesn't earn much, man, to be honest, right? Because the business I'm in actually is very much on like one to one, right? Okay, or maybe one to many, right? However, it doesn't scale like what Leo business, right? Leo business is like scale. So when it comes into this situation, where I always ask myself, right? So what makes me continue this, right? So ultimately, when I look inside, it's always go back to the big why, right? So let's take me for my own example. So when I was in the university time, when I was young, so I always very admire for a person who able to like just go to the stage and speak, right? So I have stage fright. So I remember when I was very young, I think standard one. So I was selected to be to represent my class to tell story, right? So when I step on at the stage, I can see the whole world turning, right? And then I start to have sweating. Basically, I almost fainted, right? So because of that, right, so unconsciously I have this purpose of like one day I want to basically go up there and able to speak, able to speak without the feeling of nauseate, right? Or I don't know this word or not, this nauseate word. Basically, I don't want to be pening lah, right? Okay, and I want to be able to just stand up and speak confidently, right? So when I was after graduate, right? So after I graduated, right? So what happened is I apply a few jobs, right? So I get multiple offer, and one of it is to be in the training, right? So in fact, the training is the lowest pay, right? Offer among all other job, right? But I still choose to be there, right? So and again, right, when I remember my first session, I was sweating, it's only half day training, right? I was sweating, I was thinking, how can I do a training for 3 to 4 days, right? When I can't even I can't even speak for 1 hour. But apparently, I able to make it, right? Okay, so apparently it still go back to the big why, right? So and of course, I also attended the Anthony Robbins training, right? So I think a few years back in Australia. So he also mentioned one very interesting story that caught my attention, right? Which is for him is like he had in the business for a very long time, right? So he earned enough money for him to basically no need to work anymore. But he always asks this question: what is his big why to reignite his passion, right? Of keep inspire millions, right? So he have this passion, or he have this vision to feed 1 billion people.
Wow.
Right? If I remember, right, 1 billion people, right? So that is his big why. That is what keep him traveling, keep training, keep inspire millions of people, because his big why is want to feed a billions people, right? So in the earlier episode, when Leo mentioned, right, Leo's vision is to help Africa, right? Because when Leo visit Africa, see the situation there, right? So Leo would like to contribute, at least help, right? The Africa to basically create a job opportunity to build an impact, right? So that basically is one of the things that when Leo mentioned that story, actually it sparked this story on Anthony Robbins, right? So that also, I believe it is a very good one of the example that I will use in my next training, right? Leo story, which is want to help the people. So basically, it also tie back to the earlier point, right? So, resilience, right? It go back to the big why, right? It's not only us, only on our why, right? It's not only us personal benefit. It is what is our benefit that we can use to contribute to the society, because ultimately that will help us to maintain a passion. And if let's say we lost a passion, right, then again, always ask ourselves this question, right? Why? From when I start the business, what is the main purpose? What is the objective? And what is the vision that I have when I start the business? And it will always bring you home. Home meaning it will always bring back you to find the passion that you have. Yeah.
And some people has been telling me, when I ask them why they want to do something, and one of the reason why they want to do something is because of the money. Do you think money is a big enough why, or is a ultimate why?
No, actually, based on my experience, right? Not really, because often money is just a money, right? But what the money brings to the people, right? How does a person use the money? That is a big why, right? Because I have one of my coachee, right? So he mentioned to me he want to make a lot of money, right? So he said he willing to spend time to make money, lah, right? But again, I asked him, right? So if let's say one day, right? If let's say now you have this opportunity of business, right, can give you this amount of money, but you need to sacrifice your family time, right? So meaning, right, for the first 1 year, basically, you cannot see your children, you cannot see your spouse, right? You always need to be in the business. Are you willing to do that? He said no, right? So when I asked what is a big why, he always said money, money, money. But when I ask more deeper question, right, then at the end, the story the based on his story, based on his answer, his big why is not money, it's the time with the family. He want to spend his time with the young with the two children, right? Okay, so ultimately, money is not the main motivator. Some people, yes, right? I would not say all. Some people is not. So ultimately, again, right, I need to ask ourselves, right, is money is the main one? If it is yes, right, if money is the ultimate goal, right, then there's a lot of cases where we see, right, people who do NGOs, right, money is not the main motivator. If I may, I want to share another one, right? So I have one participant many years back when I was with my previous company, right? So I have this agent attend my training, right? So she attend with the son. More interesting, eh? So and then after that, when we have these activities where they need to we call this the wheel of life, right? So basically, we want them to rate their area of life, health, and whatsoever, right?
I
So
remember there were 6 areas.
yes,
Yeah,
correct,
yeah,
six
yeah,
areas.
yeah, yeah.
One of it is spiritual,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
correct.
So when I look at her wheel of life, everything is very low. Money, business, all very low. But one thing is very high, is spiritual. So I asked her, I mean, is there any reason why spiritual is very high? So he shared very interesting point, right? So she said her goal now is to pass the business to the son, and then she want to become a monk. She want to be a nun. So that is that is what she want, right? Okay, so I said, what's the reason? Oh, spiritually, she said this is her goal now. So once she's settled down, she will give the business all to the son, and then she will basically let go of everything, and she will become a nun, right? So very interesting, right? That is I think one of the few person who have this very spiritual goal.
That means her purpose, her big why is to let go of everything and focus on the spiritual part.
Yes, correct. So it means that money is not everything, right? Because not spiritual and money is very different way, right? Some people, again, right, like Tony Robbins, right? Why she want to earn money? Because want to feed people, feed a lot of people. So that is very much on a bigger vision, right? Is more than himself already. Yeah, I think like what mentioned by Leo just now, right? Business to help Africa country. That is also it is bigger than Leo's personal vision already. Yeah.
Very interesting point, Leo. Right? So just like you, when you have a purpose, you will just go all out for it and you will not settle for less.
Yes.
Very interesting points brought up by our two, one is Leo and another one is Darren. One of the things that I picked up is that look for your big why. And if you look for your big why and you understand your big why you are doing something, you can do it for a very, very long time. And every day, I believe that you'll wake up, you'll feel very excited to achieve your big why. With that, thank you. Before we close this off, Leo, do you have anything to add on?
I think we should actually remember all the reasons why we have to do our big why. And most important is to click the subscribe and like button. Please give us the comments because we will answer all these questions before. And if you have anything that you want to learn about or anything that you want us to talk about, please write in the comment chat box and we'll get back to you. So see you in the next episode.
And remember, money is not the big why.